All right, what is up, Utah fans? This is Joseph back with the Utah Utes Football Digest. And today we are talking about Utah's newest tight end commit, Bear Tenney from Lone Peak High School, right there in the Salt Lake area. Very exciting, big pickup, big local kid, literally big tight end, guys. We're talking 6'6" or 6'6", 255 pounds. He's a top 10 player in the state of Utah, and Utah was able to close the deal with the kid. Very exciting. We're going to break down the tape. We're going to talk about him. We're going to dive into all that. Before we do so, please make sure you smash that like button. That's going to help get the video out to more Utah fans. Also, comment down below. What do you guys think of Bear? What will his immediate and long-term impact be? I want to know how you guys are feeling. Also, the show is a part of the 1012 network. The 1012 network sponsored by Charlie Hustle, charliehustle.com, vintage made fresh. I'm not wearing one of their shirts right now, but they really have great quality clothes, vintage made fresh. It has that old world feel, like, 1970s vibe, maybe 1980s vibe, but very high quality, great stuff. Check them out. Use code 101215 at checkout for 15% off any non-sale items, guys. Now let's go ahead and dive in. If you haven't already, again, vintage made fresh, charliehustle.com, code 101215 for 15% off any non-sale items. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We put out a ton of Utah Utes football content. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about Bear Tenny. Okay, guys, and in a second here, we are going to dive in. We're going to watch the film. We're going to check out his highlights. But like I mentioned, guys, nearly 6'6", 255 pound, and he's playing tight end, which is a position that Utah developed super well. Again, you see number 9 player in the state of Utah for the class of 2025. So class of 2025, that means this upcoming year, he will be on the Utah football team. Big get for Utah, guys. I'm excited. I'm excited to have him. We take a look at his offer sheet here. He had a nice roster of schools to choose from, guys. I mean, look at this list. Holy crap. I mean, this has got to be for a 3-star guy. He's a high-rated 3-star, 87, so it's a very good 3-star. But look at this list. You go down Wisconsin, Washington, USC, Texas A&M, Texas, Tennessee, Pitt, Penn State, Oregon, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Mizzou, Michigan State, Michigan, Miami, LSU, Louisville, Kansas, Georgia Tech, Georgia, Florida, Cal, Colorado, BYU, Baylor, Auburn, Arkansas, ASU, Nebraska, Arizona. But where does he commit? He commits to the Utes, baby. Utah Utes. You got to love it. So this is a kid that had a ton of options, and he decided to come over to Utah, stay home, stay with his local team. I love to see it, and I love to see that offer sheet. This means this is a guy that had, I mean, that's got to be up there. I review all the offer lists for all the guys we pick up, and out of everyone we've ever picked up, this is in that range where he had lists of multiple. Like, this is a top 5, top 10 offer sheet of all the recruits we've ever gotten. He really does have quite a list of offers. It's very impressive. So now, without any further ado, let's dive in. Let's watch the tape and let's check out Bear Tenney. All right, guys, and here we go. This is his full highlight tape from his total time playing varsity football. There's some good ones here. I'm excited to watch it with you guys. So you check him out here. Top of your screen there, inline tight end, goes deep. Look at that speed, dude. Look at this speed. The linebacker is shocked at how fast he is. Let's watch this back. Look at this speed as he goes over the top here. Right there. Just takes off. The guy cannot catch him, and when he finally does, he shakes him off. And I believe that was against Corner Canyon. If you're not aware, Corner Canyon has some good football players. So, it's not against scrubs, and that is quite the highlight. All right, he's on a little motion, which is how Utah likes to use their tight ends. Makes the block, opens up the play for his guy to get downfield and make a nice play. Very good look there. Very good look. Let's watch that one more time. I like the point of contact here. Check this out. So he makes really good explosive contact. You like that? To bump the cornerback off his spot. I think that was a cornerback. this really makes the play. Like, look, if he just stands there, like, watch, he gets, yeah, it's the cornerback. He just smacks the dude, bumps him off the spot, and that's really what makes the play here. Really, really nice block on the motion, too. Very fluid player. Top of your screen here, out at wide receiver, goes deep, post route. I mean, he is well covered there. Not that it's, he's not doing a good job, but let's watch that post back. He is well covered there. Very strong hands. Not the only highlight where he'll show this. The corner makes contact with him almost immediately. He holds on to it. Two guys hit him. He still makes the play. Tight end right in the box there. Boom. All right. Makes the block. Ooh, that's a big dude, too. Did you guys see that? Let's watch that back. Right here. Watch this guy he's blocking. This is a big kid. And he just moves this guy off the spot a good 2-3 yards. That was a nice look there. All right. Quarterback drops back, bombs one up to Tenny. Tenny takes off, just booking it. Oh, bro, look at this kid go. Damn, this kid's special. This kid is nice. I don't know why no one's talking about this kid on Twitter. He is gunning it downfield, breaking tackles, making dudes miss, and drags this kid. Look at this, dude. You guys are probably on the same page as me, where initially you don't think this is a touchdown, right? It looks like that guy's about to catch him. He makes that guy miss. Then that guy gets him at about the 10-yard line, and he drags him into the end zone. What a freaking play by Tenny. Really good look. And I love to see a tight end with big plays like this on his highlights. Another blocking play where he gets downfield, throws dudes to the ground. You got to love it. Boom, out there at wide receiver. Again, a huge target for a quarterback. Look at those routes too. You'd think a guy like this, maybe it's an end zone fade, but he can move, and they have him getting in and doing little slants and posts and stuff. Another nice block, throws a dude to the ground. Very good. Okay, and in the inline tight end. Oh, boom, taking off, guns it upfield. Touchdown. Love it. All right, guys. That's where we'll end the highlights. Very exciting stuff from Tenny. Okay, we'll watch one more. Okay, he's motioned around and drives the guy into the dirt. Great stuff. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to give my final thoughts on Tenny. I love him. I think it's very impressive. 6'6", 255 pounds coming out of high school. You love the size, and I think he wears that size really well. His frame, and watching the film, it looks like as a tight end, he could gain another 15 to 20 pounds and still look very comfortable at the position. I think that's a really good sign. I think this is a huge get for Utah. When I watch that tape, that does not tell me throwaway guy or a guy that's going to be buried on the roster. That tape told me we just got a guy that may take some time, just like anybody, but has a very high ceiling with, what looks like a pretty good floor. He looked, I think you might want a little more out of the blocking if I'm being critical, right? Like, it was good blocking, but you'd like it to be a little more ferocious. I think some of the highlights at the beginning of the tape were actually from the later parts of his career in high school. So I think that's a good sign, because that's where we saw the best blocking. And some of the other blocks, as we got a little more into it, just looked you want a little more explosiveness at the point of contact and a little more, getting right between their shoulders to make the block. But that's pretty critical. When you look at this kid's receiving tape, it is fantastic. This kid is a highlight reel at wide receiver, and there's definitely a case to be made that if he works it out with the coaching staff and that's where they want him, he could lose some weight and switch over to full-time receiver, right? I mean, I think he's very, very impressive, and I think there's a lot of paths you could go with this kid, but I think we got a stud. I'm very excited to see what Utah does with this kid. In this run-heavy offense we're going to be using with Jason Beck, I'm guessing we want him as our tight end, and I think we're going to bulk him up a bit, get him nasty in the trenches. But imagine this guy, you play action off that run, you have this guy run a post or a corner. There's not a lot of linebackers keeping up with this kid, as he develops. So I'm really excited to see it, guys. Before we get out of here, smash that like button. That'll help get this video out to more Utah fans. Also, comment down below What do you guys think of Bear Tenney? Is he an immediate starter? Will he take a little while to get where he needs to be? I could see him rotating in early, honestly. I think he's probably going to take a year or two to develop into his frame and get where he needs to be a full-time tight end. But as a receiving tight end, for sure, he could get in there right away. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And there's a lot of creative things you could do about him. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. And if you guys appreciate the content, subscribe to the channel. We put out a ton of Utah Utes football content. So if that's what you're into, stick around for the ride. I'm out of here. Go Utes.